Welcome to my channel. Today we have missing Stephanie Ann Drnovsek. She went missing September 5th, 1984 from Lakewood, Colorado. We have a Jane Doe that's in Lakewood, Colorado, because there were two different people that went missing like 10 or 15 minutes from Lakewood that I kept thinking, oh, maybe they're that Jane Doe in Lakewood. So this could be her because she actually went missing from Lakewood. She was 27 years old. She has alias last names of Heckle or Henkel, it says. 5'4" to 5'9", 120 pounds. Jefferson County. Last seen leaving her home with her live-in boyfriend. Her live-in boyfriend was the last person who saw her leaving. He says she left September 5th, 1984. When did she leave? I don't know when she left. He didn't report her missing for almost 3 weeks. And I think the vehicle that she was driving was he allegedly didn't report her missing for 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks. And the vehicle she was driving was allegedly his vehicle. So how did he get around? And why did he wait so long? So if he waited almost 3 weeks, how would he know what day that he last saw her? Because he waited so long. And why did he wait so long? Was it normal for her to be missing for such a long time? Did she just come and go as she pleased? And that doesn't make any sense to me. Usually, when I hear somebody didn't report somebody missing for a long time, I think, ooh, did they do something, right? Because that's just my judgment call, right? And then, but the vehicle was stripped. So then it makes me wonder, did somebody strip the vehicle to hide evidence, or did something happen to her after she left and somebody go after her for the vehicle, or did something happen to her after she left and then they stripped the vehicle to make money and hide evidence? I don't know. But she had strawberry blonde hair. She was young. She was beautiful. And hazel eyes. And she's never been heard from since. Tattoo of a butterfly on abdomen. Did something terrible happen to her? I don't know. There's pictures of her. She was so beautiful. So, Lakewood, Colorado, Jefferson County, 5'4", born April 27th, 1957. It says, September 24th, her boyfriend contacted Lakewood police to report her missing. Her boyfriend last saw her leaving their home located near West Virginia Avenue, located near 10600 block of West Virginia Avenue, Lakewood, Colorado. September 5th, but he didn't report her missing until September 24th. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's 19 days. It's almost 3 weeks later. Her family hasn't heard from her. Her friends haven't heard from her. This says it was her vehicle that was found stripped, but the other one says it was his. So I don't know. These are photos from 1973 to 1975. So I'm not sure if it's her vehicle or his vehicle. And here's the Charlie Project. And the Charlie Project says she was 5'4". It says she was driving her live-in boyfriend's vehicle at the time. And that she was last seen leaving their home September 5th. And that her boyfriend's vehicle was found stripped and abandoned at Colorado Boulevard and Mexico Avenue in Denver, Colorado. And that he didn't report her missing till 19 days after she disappeared. And 2 days after, this says her vehicle, above it says his vehicle. I don't know whose vehicle it was. But it was 2 days after the vehicle was found stripped. And nobody heard from her. She wasn't reported missing till 2 days even after that. And that's just so sad. So, And here's the Jane Doe that was found in Lakewood, Colorado in 2013. She was found in a cauldron in a vacated residence, a shed that was on the market to be sold. And I don't know what they mean by cauldron, but I know we have a property. One of our properties, one of the neighbors is trying to steal it through squatters' rights. They've been doing it since we bought it, but underneath it, we can't use it because it's too small, but I want to sell it. Because if we could actually, they said we could actually build, there's a house there that's fallen down, and they said we could build a smaller house than what's there, but we have to get, I don't know, a site-specific survey with the slope of the land every 2 feet, because they're giving us a hard time about everything. But underneath the bathroom is what is like an old clay septic, kind of a septic tank. It's under the bathroom for some reason. And I'm afraid if somebody breaks in there, they might fall in, and they won't be able to get out. They'll be stuck down in there because it's way down in there. But, so I don't know if that's what they mean by a cauldron or not, but I had wondered. So I had thought maybe they mean something else, and I probably should look it up. And then we have other people went missing from Lakewood, Colorado. So I wanted to point that out because I think, oh, when I saw this Lakewood, Colorado Jane Doe, there was a couple of people that went missing. They were only 10 to 15 miles from where this Jane Doe was found. So I thought one of them must be this Jane Doe. But then we had Stephanie go missing right from Lakewood. So then I automatically think, oh, it must be her. And then I find out, oh, there's other people that went missing from Lakewood as well. So I wanted to mention that. Ashley Lee James went missing from Lakewood, Colorado. She was only 16 years old. She went missing in 2006. Jennifer Lynn Markham was 25 years old. She went missing from Lakewood, Colorado in 2003. Sandra Lee Killian, she was 31 years old. She went missing from Lakewood, Colorado in 1984. Angelique Benson, but I think her name is Angela Cindy Benson on some of the other pages, or at least another page. I think that's right anyway. She went missing from Lakewood, Colorado in 1980. She was only 26. And Beverly Jean McCool was 49 years old, and she went missing in Lakewood, Colorado in 1977. That's a lot of women to go missing in one city. 5'7", 130 pounds. 5'2", 5'3", 5'6". I don't know. It just seems like there's a lot of people. I don't know how big of a city Lakewood is, but. And then we're going to look at some other Jane Does that maybe could be Stephanie if something happened to her. Since we have so many people that went missing from Lakewood, there's a Jane or a John Doe. I'm not even sure. They don't know if it's a female or a male. They don't know their race. Found in Salida. I don't know. Salida. I don't know how to pronounce it. Found in 1986. And they don't know when it doesn't have a year of death or a PMI or a height or weight, and they don't know if it's male or female. A partial skull fragment found near an entrance to an abandoned mine shaft. A partial skull fragment. So now I wonder, hey, here's a mine shaft. There's a partial skull fragment found near the entrance. Did anybody go into the mine shaft? Do they have any way of going into the mine shaft to see if there are other skeletal remains in there? And to see if more than one person might have been in the mine shaft. One person's skeletal remains. You know, have they checked? Do they have a way to check? Why is it just a skull fragment found near the entrance? And can they go in there and find out if there's more people that are in there or more remains of the one person? So, yeah, there's that. Then we have a Jane Doe found in Fremont County, Colorado in 1987, estimated age 25 to 40 years old. Estimated year of death is 1986. 5'5" and 115 pounds. 1984. 1986. Pretty close, right? And then it shows where they found the victim. Light brown, long hair. Tattoo on the right hand of a rose with a stem running between the fist and the second fingers. It doesn't mention a butterfly, it just mentions a rose. And you think whoever did this tattoo would be like, oh, I know who that is. Or other people would have saw this woman, this young lady with this tattoo and say, oh, I know who that is. Why isn't somebody coming forward saying, I know who this is, right? And then we have not sure if it's male or female, not sure of the race. Found, this is the name of the county. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's not a city, it's a county from what I understand. When I tried to do a search on NamUs for people that were missing, I thought it was the city and the city didn't come up, so I'm thinking it's the county. And then we have a Jane Doe found in Buena Vista, Colorado, 1989. Pre-60 is the age. Can I estimate height or weight? Single mandible found underneath a porch of a residence. Who lived there? Who lived in that house? Who found that single mandible that was under the porch? Was it the person who lived there? Had they bought the property recent? Who lived there before? And so I have all these questions. Sorry about the phone ringing. It's my phone. I'm not answering it because I've been trying to do this video like 6 times now and it keeps ringing. So I want to know who found that and, you know, and who lived there. Those are my questions about this one. Unknown color of hair. Did they look and see if anybody was buried in the yard or if there were any other parts of the body found underneath the porch? What if somebody lived there and they had a dog? And what if the dog went in the yard and somebody had buried somebody in the yard and the dog dug up that bone and put it under the porch? Did they check the yard to see if somebody had been buried in the yard somewhere, you know, with sniffer dogs or anything? And then we have a Jane Doe found in Weld County, Colorado in 2022, has the estimated age. And we also have a Jane Doe found in Rye, Colorado in 2022. And she had one of those little click purses. So I wondered, what are the years of these that were manufactured? And can they go by those to find out what year she might have died? Remember these? Remember when they used to have those little, they had little cigarette purses with those little clicks on the top. So when was the last time they manufactured those kind of purses? And remember they had the ones where they held the cigarettes and the lighters in the 80s? Because they tell about the jacket, you know, when the jacket was manufactured, or the shoes, or the shoestrings, you know, anything. And there's a flashlight. I don't know what this is. This is clothing. So it seems like they would be able to look at her clothing and put the year of the clothing and the sizes of the clothing and say, hey, these are the dates these were manufactured, or at least one of them, right? To find out who this might have been or what year for some kind of estimated PMI, but I don't see anything. So if you have any information, even if you heard somebody drinking and talking over the years, it's hearsay, you're not sure if it's true, you're not sure if it's important, please contact authorities and let them know. It's not like you're going to testify in a court of law. You're just saying, hey, I heard this. I heard somebody talking. I don't know if it's important. I just wanted to give you the information and let you put it into your case file and let you decide if it's important or relevant. If you have any information about any of these missing persons or these Jane Does, because each of these is someone's loved one, their family member. They've not been able to have a proper funeral. They can't even scatter their ashes. So if you have information, please come forward. And don't forget to pray for their families and their loved ones. Feel free to leave comments and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.